ladies and gentlemen, while the 49ers and the Chiefs may be played out for this season, we still have a ways to go with the major game in this league that will change the lives of millions. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the crypto bulls versus the crypto bears, here live on Road Dog Crypto Channel. We only have 65 days until our halftime event, and we've got plenty of time to score some nice gains and fill our bags this season. Right now, we're checking out Bitcoin on the 10-second chart. She is going for a breakout here with volume to the upside, ladies and gentlemen. Can we just get a little bit of excitement here as we are making waves and money is coming in after a dreadful drop that we had with the bears pushing us down to $48,000. How dare you? How dare you? As one famous YouTuber once said, Bitcoin will never go below $47,000 ever again. And now we take a famous commercial break. Enjoy.
If you just stumble across the channel, it's probably because somebody hit that like button before. And for those of you who hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Channel is groovy and you'd like to show your support, well, there are a few things that you can do. Find that like button, give it just a playful little smack, and subscribe and join the channel. And let's hit the like button now.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto Charts with the Road Dog. My name is Lane and I am the Village Idiot on patrol tonight. If you haven't noticed, watching this 10-second chart with Bitcoin, that's just crazy talk. She's making a move to the upside though. Let's give her that, but it is the 10-second chart after all. But what does that mean for our altcoins? Well, that should be pretty good for our altcoins, moving us up. Give a shout out to everyone here tonight. So grateful to have you here hanging out with me tonight. Let's put the hat on. Let's get it pumped off. Welcome everybody. Thank you for putting up with my silliness and hanging out with me tonight. We take a look at the market here, trying to make sure I got everything lined up sound-wise. Been doing some adjustments today, trying to find my chat right now. Just to be honest with you, right there you are. I see you guys hanging out there. Let's bring you out here. We got Dave P in the house. Welcome, Dave. I got a bunch of little affiliate ads there. Anything there that helps you out? Hey, man, I got a discount there for you. Dave P, how's it going, man? Still on time. Checking out this 1 hour chart here, man. We had a nice little move up today. Steady, 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 up, 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 higher highs, higher lows until now. We kind of broke that little trend line, flirting with a little down, down action here, probably coming into this area. On the 1 hour, our next target would be about 47,820, somewhere in that area. But, could you go lower? Well, of course. Sure. We actually probably need to take a minute just to look at Bitcoin, just to see how, zoom out, see what's going on, what may be happening. Bullish and bearish scenarios, something we want to stay on top of here. And we try to here at Road Dog. There is a possible measure move, though. Let's see where we go. Can I get a little line printed right there with a little price tag? What do you say, price tag? What do you say, price tag? 47,452. Are we headed there, you think? Could be if you look at this as being a channel, but that's what I just did. Took a measure move from a channel, but hey man, how many touches have I got there really to make that valid? Maybe. We'll see. We will see. So, what should we look at for Bitcoin? Overall, we probably need to do that. It's a good time. This is the weekly candle close today. Had a very nice week, as you can see. That's kind of bullish. Getting rejected at these same areas we got rejected at over here. Remember when Bitcoin was just awesome, 69,000, and we dumped again. We're like, maybe bounce back, maybe if still make a higher, we got a higher low, man. This bear market ain't official yet. When it was sitting at 38,000, that was a drop during the bull market that we hit that, right? Came back up to the areas we are now, and then we got slammed drastically down from March all the way down to May and June. And we thought we were getting somewhere. But then we got dropped again, and then FTX came out. It was bad news after bad news here. It was not a fun time to be in crypto and just watch it continually drop. But that spilt milk, and now we're in a new situation. But here's the deal. Now, I've laid out my bullish scenario, and I'm still with that because I ain't seeing nothing different. But we got to look at the possibilities of the 618 Fibonacci area that we got here overall. This is a big, big move. This is a big area. When we're charting everything else, we're saying, hey, man, I need to take profits here because this thing can roll over for a little bit. Is that what we're looking at? We need to keep that in mind because we could be making a little double toppy over here on this weekly chart on Bitcoin. I know it sucks to talk about it, but we got to. Is it that relevant? We also got some good bullish signs here too. Look at that little, like those duck lips. Duck lips on the MACD here. That's what I call them. What else would you call them? It's what it looks like. It looks like duck lips. Quack, quack. I mean, we're getting a strong push on the MACD, and I'm on the chart. I'm on the MBT, Micro Bitcoin Futures chart. This is what the big boys play. You know, the ones that make the plans on which way price is going to go because they own the world, those kind of boys. Yeah, who I'm talking about. You know, they play over here. All locks this broke back into that trend line heading up there. I'm on the daily now, by the way. Daily's showing some good signs here too, man. This move looks kind of solid, even though we're finding some rejection here at these areas, and we're trying to put in a lower high. Now that would be concerning if that happens, but we still got some time here to work on getting a higher high. And I'm hoping that's what we see over these next few hours. Although remember, Sunday going into Monday, Monday being the market maker's most favorite fun day to play with your head and mine. Take the market for a wild joyride, freak everybody out. Try to eliminate as many longs and shorts as they possibly can. That's what we got coming up in the next 24 hours. Well, really. Oh, the fun's going to start in about the next 10 hours, really. Are you ready? Do you have a plan? Right now, I can say everything is still above the non-moving average. And as long as you're above the 9, you're doing just fine. Flirting with breaking it. Do you have a game plan if it breaks it? Because if it breaks it, it means rejection here with the lower low. What's going to happen? Price going to dump. Hey, man, I'm just telling you how it works. Will it dump horribly? I mean, it could be a total. Listen, this is what the bears are wanting. This is what the bears are hoping for. Let's clear this out. The bears want to see this. The bears want to see a double top rejection here. Now we got a lot of wick going on here and a lot of candle body going on here. And that is giving us some definite divergence there. So they got that, but we do have bullish signs. The most important bullish sign that I can point out here on the weekly chart. You think it's going to be that green dot, don't you? You think it's going to be that stochastic starting to head up to the top, don't you? You think it's going to be this VWAP going over that zero line, don't you? No, it's going to be this money flow. That's this green right here. Well, that's my big indicator right there on this one. That's the most important one in my, well, and the stochastics both work very nicely together. BMC is the free version available over on TradingView if you have a TradingView account. But what they hope for the bears, what they would love to see is a double top here because that fits in their scenario. And they're looking for a pullback. What would they do then? Whether they would pull their fibs from swing
Right there from swinging low to swing high, we would call this our high now. And they would be looking for a pullback around 28. So you'd probably hear that. We're going back to 28,000. Maybe just the 36. If a pullback does come, first line I'm looking at, 41.7 right here where we've held solidly. If we are doing some kind of distribution pattern, we're going to be hanging around in this zone. So keep your eyes on that. If we are finding some resistance early this week, I expect that we will. We may be ranging out for a little while, folks. We might be. Instead of just moving on up. But what do I know? She may just go bat poop crazy. Tag that 52. But here's the deal with it. We're not quite getting a good candle up there on our smaller time frames. Smaller being like 3-day. It's got some work cut out for it to get above some extra areas that would actually shoot us, be proof of shooting us up to some higher areas. There is a possibility. Maybe we'll see 37.1. If we do, no big deal. That's where we go back to this distribution idea. Or is it distribution or accumulation? That's what we have to determine if we start ranging out here, which we might do for a little while. We ranged out over here for a little while. I'm just saying. What else might be happening in the world of Bitcoin? Well, if you want to get really bullish about it, baby, look for the bullish signs. We're looking for another break into another trend line. Kind of like we saw. We just raised the stakes a little bit here. Looking for another one. Just like we did. If we see that, well, you saw what happened the last time we broke into a trend line, right? Straight up. Tell me, do you love me? Do a little Paula Abdul right there for you. Ichimoku Cloud's kind of voting for it, man. He's saying, you want to make a run for it? I got you, baby. I'm ready for you. Let's do it. Don't tell nobody. So I'm anxious to see how this plays out by Tuesday. I don't know. Maybe get some rejection there. Unless it's a micro Bitcoin futures, let's go somewhere where we're a little bit more familiar. This is what we've been tracking. See, last time we broke back into a trend line area. Yeah, we skated up. Now we're looking at a new trend line area, remember? Ballon? We've been doing the same thing. That's the big boys play right there, in my personal opinion. We're just all eyes on Bitcoin at the moment, but we are making higher highs with some lower lows and volumes, man. And that's something to watch out about, man. We got to have that volume to come in. We need a big volume candle to come in. Push us up. We can do it. We can do it. We just got money flow coming in here on the daily up here like that. Don't go down, baby. Don't pull back Bitcoin. But one of the greatest gifts that we could have to altcoins right now is for Bitcoin to go sideways. See, the altcoins are taking a little bit of the hit over here on total 3. Ouchie, ouchie. Might even be making a toppy top pattern here on my $505 billion target that I've just been waiting for us to bounce up to and bounce above. It could. It could. It's in a good place where it could do something like that, a little head and shoulders, and come to the downside. We don't want to see that. Don't want to see it. What we want to see is just keep on going, baby. Keep on going up. Biggest indicators for that would probably be your US Tether dominance down here. As it's leaving, that means money is leaving Tether, but right now it seems to be all going into Bitcoin. Gosh darn it, Bitcoin, you still in the show, ruining our altcoin chances for a little bit. I don't think it's that terrible. This was a key level that I've been keeping my eye on, 505 billion. We do have a good chance to continue to the upside from there. Remember, we do have this bathroom wall, this inverted head and shoulder. I seen you in JCPenney's, I swear to gosh. Gilroy. Inverted head and shoulders pattern here with a measure move that looks a little bit juicy. Smooth operator. Smooth operator.
Hello? May I help you? You've reached 411 information.
Smooth. It's not even worthy of being a dad joke. Looking at Bitcoin dominance on the rise there, that's usually not, doesn't fare well the best for our altcoins, but hey man, we take what we have in stride. But Bitcoin dominance keeps going on, man. Altcoins will be lagging. And you may look back at your portfolio and say, well, you know, if I really bought Bitcoin here instead of buying my altcoin, I would technically be up just a little bit more. Even though those altcoins can do multiples, they come in seasons though, right? That's what we're banking on with our altcoins. is for that big altcoin season when it rises against Bitcoin, and where we can increase our Bitcoin value should we choose to do that. That's the OG play. That's the play that I'm actually looking for myself, my strategy. Right now, we're just waiting on Bitcoin, but even on the 4 hour above the 9 moving average, as we discussed earlier, and the 1 hour we were holding it, but right now we're starting to lose that. So every step now looks that we are coming back to retest right at 48,000 again. Let's hope that that holds, and that can be a support resistance flip. See this candle top, this candle bottom, and all those wicks right through there. We need to make a big old horizontal line right there. We need to make it big old bright and pretty. Let's just make it yellow and sunshiny. So our positivity for Bitcoin. Baby, you made it. Come down, step on it, make sure it's real, and keep going to the upside. That's what I need to see, Bitcoin. I don't need to see a distribution. I need to see an accumulation pattern here. So here's the deal. We talked about this being a 618 in the middle of the thing. Well, the bears are going to try to see this as a distribution pattern where you kind of range out and you have a wick to the top, and then you come down and, you know, we go back down to the bear prices that they're just dying to buy Bitcoin at, or at least they say they're going to. But it can also be a reaccumulation pattern where we just trade sideways here, kind of like we see on the bottoms. And eventually you will have that little break to the downside of that, just a little spike down there. That would be your spring test, and come on up to the upside. We'll keep our eyes on that. Right now, range is what is most appropriate. That's what we're doing. Maybe here all week. Who knows? As long as we stay above 48, it's a lot more promising for some more upside, in my personal opinion. Hey, we got Dave P and Dave Forget. How's it going, guys? All right, let's go ahead and move into some altcoins that are being kind of hot right now. We got IMX. Check it out over on, looks like Binance might be our best choices there. Does that look like a target got hit? Oh my gosh, could it be? There's a 618 Fibonacci, same thing we're looking at Bitcoin, where we came up and got resistance. Good sell area right there to take a little bit of profit, maybe get back in later. Good chance we might come back down here to this area, that little 0.5 Fibonacci that's still hanging out there. No need to draw another fib right at the moment. Use the last point of horizontal support and resistance right there. It was about $2.50. Might see that again. Now, will it stay there? We can only hope. On the daily chart here, let's see if we can tighten this little guy up. Just like to see what's going on here. Oh, looky there. That's interesting to me. This was our original trend line right here. I'm not cutting through things. I mean, it is eventually, but we're respecting where we came from to see where we can go. And right now it's saying Bear Trap City, push up. Hold on, mother trucker. I'm taking you for a ride. I'm going to blast through this 618. She's very hopeful. And whether she does or not, I don't know. I'm just telling you what she's telling me. I'm going to blast through here and I'm going to own this. She cusses a lot, man. IMX, you got a potty mouth. You will get me banned if I keep repeating everything you say. We got a measure move right up here at $3.23. Is it? I mean, it's still valid. What pattern did we just leave when we lost this trend line? Well, we were in this funky, nice opening broadening pattern when you really zoom out and look at what's going on. And breaking back into that is very promising for a chance. I mean, I know we got this is a fib right here at 376. Shoot for it if you want to, man. But this thing is telling me we're trying to head up here to like $5. I know it sounds crazy until that one day we're like, holy crap, IMX is $5. She likes to ping pong off of these trend lines. I suggest tighten her up, put her on those wicks there. Make sure she's lining up. And just keep following. 446 is right above there. If she were to shoot straight up, we would hit it. Not saying she's going to shoot. She's got some things that she's got some work to do here, man. $3.02. $2.97 right now. 323 at that area. 253, I think. I'm not even going to leave that on there. If she gets rejected and comes down, we're looking at the bottom of this trend line again, maybe to retest it. That might be about 270. Come to the smaller time frames like the 4 hour to kind of look for those signs. But right now, the 4 hour looks kind of bullish. She's just trying to drive her head through 303, man. Banging her head against that wall. What are you doing, baby? You're just not giving up. IMX. Hot to trot, even on the 1 hour looks... She's trying to get it. Draw a trend line right there. If she breaks this on a smaller time frame, that's when I'm thinking, maybe I want to sit out. But until that happens, we also have this horizontal right here. So I don't see her coming below 279 on this particular chart. Just a saying. Let's hope she can make it to 323. IMX, you're looking kind of hot. If you're in it, you're happy. If you missed it, well, what can I tell you, man? You have to wait for a pullback on this one. This is a sign that she may be getting something very bullish. So a pullback to 285, in my personal opinion, might be something where you want to nibble on IMX. Do I have this? I thought I had some IMX over on... I thought I had something set up over here. Spot count? Are you for real? With $500 in the spot count and it's still at 500, that's not saying very much. I do have IMX over there, though. And I believe we've already got you set up, right, baby? I haven't looked at this one in a while. I just sat it and forgot it for where I want to sell. Oh, and I've got... What? Oh, are you trying to short? No, that must be a take profit. I think I got to take profit at 315 on my particular trade here. Where are you? I'm over on Bitunix right now. IMX right here. Yeah. So got my take profits set for this particular trade and we'll let her play out. That one is just for spot trading, so I'm not trying to hold for long term over there. Just trying to let them ride. Another little hottie we got is a coin called LSD. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. YouTube, don't jump to conclusions, algorithm. I freaked you out, AI. LSD tether. Oh, where are we at, baby? Where are you at? You're on MexC? LSD coin on MexC spot. Take a look at that little guy. She's showing up on the, like she's doing something. And she is on this daily. Ooh, we just got the 100 to cross over the 200 right there. Might there be a drop down to test that 100? That would be a godsend, wouldn't it? It could happen. It does happen a lot. That's why I mentioned it. It could be a good place to try to get in this if you're trying to. I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to get there now, but they never do until they get there. Just saying, throwing it out there. This little guy, let's take a look and see what this is. What is this coin? LSD, well, it's got a trippy name. You cannot argue that. LSD, liquid, is that, I jumped the gun there. LSDx Finance, liquid staking derivative. I was looking at this one. Now I gotta see what? Why do you have to have the same names? That's gotta be LSD Finance then. Interesting conundrum we got here. We got two coins with the same thing. This one is at higher price. Since you got the same name, let me see what you got up to 226 11 months ago. And you're at 2 cents now. Like you didn't nosedive. This is LSD liquid staking derivative. And versus LSDx, which is also ticker LSD, which I think is what we're charting over here on Coinbase. So let's find our markets. Okay, that's the one that's on. This is the one that's on MexC. Just make sure we got the right one. We're finding out what's going on here. Are you worth having? So it's a DeFi play, launch the app, blah, 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 enhance liquidity and capital efficiency for LS. Okay, I gotcha. Okay. So we got a DEX play over here that might be doing something. It's got a nice rounded bottom there, a nice scalloped bottom. Already flipped this area for support. That is now support. This may be another support flip right here, maybe, but it's trying to hold. Might it leaves it and come back down here. Listen, our 200 moving averages, we did cross it, but it still hasn't flipped to the upside. That's going to bring us down. I'm just throwing that out there. That's not going to let us just keep on jumping up higher highs. We're going to have to go sideways until that kind of pulls up. So do expect a pullback. Don't expect this one to just take immediately off to the moon. This area right here is giving us a little bit of resistance. About 14. Screw all this line drawing there. I'm just going to get out the old trusty fibs and see what my fibs say, because my fibs don't lie. It's like Shakira. Anybody say Shakira tonight? She was on TV. It tells me getting above 1.8 cents would be ideal, and that's a darn good target to look for us to go to. We're just a little short-term trade. 18 cents. That's pretty good, especially getting at 8. But let's say you don't. Let's say you're one of those FOMO types right now. I don't recommend that you jump in this, by the way. 64% gains possible. But overall, interesting. Her numbers were up. Her charts, it's okay. If you're looking to take those in a long time, you're definitely in some good areas if that's your play for DeFi. Or maybe you're over there using that DeFi. Or maybe you just don't give a dang about this coin at all. I'm not jumping in it. ZETA chain over on Coinbase and on KuCoin. Let's look at it on KuCoin. What are you doing? I'm on the daily chart here. ZETA chain, you're obviously very, very new. Obviously looked at it before. ZETA, do tell. ZETA chain. $1.68. $397 million market cap on ZETA. She's moving toward that mid-cap market point. Moving there. 2.1 billion. People like this one. All-time high was $1.91. That was just 10 days ago. So if you feel like you're buying the top on this right now, well, technically you kind of are. You are correct, my friend. You are correct. All-time low was 66 cents, which was just 11 days ago. You went from 66 cents. You went from, wait a minute, what? 66 cents up to 191. Just like that. For real, for real. Are you playing with me? ZETA chain. What are you, man? Simple, fast, and secure omni-chain blockchain. Omni-chain's buzzword right there. With ZETA chain's omni-chain smart contracts, build truly interoperable dApps that span multiple chains from Ethereum to Bitcoin and beyond. 14 million plus cross-chain transactions, 200 partners, 3 million plus testnet users. Are you a layer 1? We were getting so many layer 1s. Or you'd be a layer 2. You would be a squirrel. Omni-chain smart contracts. Where is smart contract? Son of a... Pay attention, road dog. All right, so interesting play here. This one, just to get around all the nerd speak on that one, I'm just going to come over to Tokenmetrics and see what those nerds say. I use that word very affectionately. Thank you. Looking for more in investor grade here for this one, I would assume, which we had nothing. Well, that was very worthwhile. Thank you so much for that. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. ZETA, I can't get much on this little guy other than, what she is. Let's see if we can get a solid read on you. Do you stick there? Why be so tricky, baby? Why you being so tricky with me? The only fib that I truly like is this 382, which seems to have held. So we went on an uptrend, came back, hung around the 382 and starting to go up. Yeah, that can happen. All right. I roll with that. We'll get some targets here. Places where she... Oh, I'm not going to let you go unnoticed. Listen, I'm partial to this one. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but if you want it to hit, I recommend. I did. Yeah, she has a higher chance of getting hit than the other ones. I mean, really, it comes before the other ones. They have to hit it first, right? May not stop there at 223. Price may want to continue over to this 1618 fib here at 252. Or this 2618 area right up here at a juicy $3.43. Could happen. It could. Can look at this as a breakout. There's some volume there. It's got some curving going on, so the straight lines don't work that great for it. The curving, however, is just awesome, which tells you that this $2 area is short term. That's a target you probably want to put. Why are you drawing so many targets, Road Dog? I don't know how people are trading. I don't know what they're looking for. They might be just looking to get in and out. They're looking to just get out quick. $1.98 under 2% would be good. You could be. Price is rising up here. I would have no problem identifying this one as a possible cup and handle should it come back up here to this area, and they kind of flag out here and it doesn't come below 2/3 of this area and down to the downside. Meaning basically it kind of makes a support resistance flip right here in this area. That could do some damage. I mean, we're no way to call this now. It's just hopium at the moment. That's just something that might happen. A little hopium there. Measure move would give you a target up here to 287. So ZETA, it is what it is. Illuvium over on Binance. Back up to $93. Yeah, baby, I knew you wouldn't let me down. I knew you wouldn't let me down. Did you come down and did you hit my target? She almost. Close, so close on the 2-hour time frame. Came down as far as 70 cents, just wouldn't hit my 69. You would think though, right? You know. I'm gonna that's what it is. Everybody buying at 69. I'm gonna buy at 69. Like, I ain't gonna sell this. Okay. I would sell at 72. Look at the pattern. Look at the pattern. Draw the trend line up here. Put it out straight. Look at the pattern. The power of the pattern. We could even extend it up here to there. Just go with our 2 touchies. Well, it's 3. We got a wick there too. Well, it's definitely valid with 3. This is the bullish megaphone pointing down, makes it bullish. We're breaking to the upside. 70% chance that this one does break to the upside. We made a partial decline area right here with a double bottom. Juicy. Baby, she's rocking and rolling. Now, if you're not in this one and you're looking to get into this one, a pullback to the breakout area about $89 would be gorgeous, and it definitely can happen. There is a strong possibility that at one point, whether it is here or maybe later, we come back and retest the area where we break out of on these patterns. We can take a nice measured move. They can be a little tricky. Because really, I mean, we don't have any solid touches down here. We'll go over to Thomas Bukowski and see what he says for the official. But I'm very comfortable with this full move right there. It's a small breakout. It doesn't really get us back up to the top, does it? Oh, Road Dog, why didn't you go with the crazy one? Because the crazy one probably won't hit. It might eventually, but I don't think it's going to hit from the instant breakout of this. This is absolutely crazy. This is not what you do at all, really. But in a weird way, Fibonacci-wise, it can, if if I put it down here. I'm comfortable with that. put that on the breakout, well, then you're crap. I think did we already do that one? All right, maybe we already got our wild measure move over there. Let me zoom out. Maybe that's something else. No, that's this one. Well, alrighty then. Are you a 618? If you're a 618, okay, that makes perfect sense. Okay, yeah, this one will work. This would, but here's the deal. This particular move like that, this definitely will be a toppy top area, meaning there should be a much stronger. You probably want to take make sure you take some profit up here, about $174. She will get a stronger pullback from there. That the AB equals CD is actually a bearish move, believe it or not. Even though it's going up, when it gets up here, that's what declares it's bearish, according to Thomas Bukowski on patternshot.com. I know it sounds crazy, right? But it's over here. AB equals CD, bearish one goes AB. It says D. Yeah, I'm just saying. That's what we're looking at. Quite possibly. And also the megaphone pattern, either way you want to play it there. Thomas Bukowski's megaphone pattern, which is not called a megaphone pattern because he likes to use big words. It is the opening broadening pattern here on the patternsite.com. If you're wondering where I'm at and you want to step up your game of trading, this is the place, and it's free. So, looking for the O's and having a hard time doing it. Opening. Okay, I guess we're going to broadening. See, you got to broadening formations. It's not right angle. And she was descending. Broadening wedge. Okay, broadening wedge. We'll go with that. Broadening wedge. Well, okay. That is a lot easier to say opening broadening pattern. I still call it a bullish megaphone. Here's the deal for it. Throwback rate or pullback rate, 62%. That means 62% chance that this little guy that we're looking here at Illuvium will come back to around $89 to retest that breakout area. 62% chance that it will do that. That can play into your strategy, man. If you're not in now at $93, you might go get in cheaper. Of course, you know, if it goes up to $170, $3 going to matter. Don't kill yourself. Just saying. Does look like she wants to pull back just a wee little bit, though. So what I'm saying is, if it doesn't come back to break out the $89, it keeps going up. You're still, if it doesn't and it bounces, is this still a good place to jump in? That's what I'm saying. If it's not clear, I'm not saying that you need to. I'm not pushing this at all. We're just going over what Thomas Bukowski says over here because this is a great little learning thing. We look at the measured move. For upward breakouts, use the highest peak A in the chart pattern as the target. Compute the difference between A and B, the lowest valley. And then you multiply that by the multiplier, which is right over here. Percentage meeting price target for up breakout is 83%. Wowza, that's good. That's actually strong. This has a 70% chance pretty much to break up to the upside here. Not 68, 70, it's 70. According to Thomas Bukowski anyway. The man behind those statistics that you hear, the few people actually know. Listen to them closely. They're saying everything is 68% of the time. I understand now where that comes from and why that comes from. But Thomas Bukowski will give you the true statistics there so you can be a much better trader than them. So Illuvium, let's do Thomas Bukowski's famous measure move here. Take it from A to B, which means all the way down here, right? Now, if you were to take that whole measured move, put it to the breakout, that will take you right up here, to $141. But he said 82% chance. That's the multiplier that we use on this. How do we do that? take that line, take a Fibonacci. That's not too technical. I mean, if you just want to, you know, be more precise, you don't have to. We're looking for 80%. This is a scale 0 to 100. Well, this is the 0.88 fib. This is the 0.78. We're just a wee bit, we guesstimate right there. We're right at the bouts it's. Put this at the breakout. And you know what? I'm just going to erase everything, all my little crap. We're going to go with Thomas. We're going to go with T-Bone. T-Bone Bukowski, because he's the GOAT. And T-Bone Bukowski's measure move says that price should go right here, 134. And if I honor and respect anybody's algorithm instructions on how to do this, is Mr. Thomas Bukowski. And here we go. Booyah. The Bukowski measure move for this pattern. Are you throwing him under the bus? No, man, I'm showing you how freaking awesome he is. Bukowski. Boom shaka laka, boom shaka boom. 134. 29-ish. Keep our eye on the Illuvium. And let's move on. Road Dog, should I buy ADA now or will it retrace? Ask Law. Hey, Law. She's been doing better, right? Oh, she's a 50-cent stablecoin now. What's better than a quarter? I've got so much crap on here, but I'd hate to erase it. I can't see what's a moving average and what's my yellow crap lines. Let's see what I can erase here. Okay, I got it. I got you. So should I buy ADA now or will it retrace? She is definitely looking like she wants to retrace, but let's zoom out. I'm on the 2-hour time frame. Bigger ones are really going to give us a much better indication of what's going on here. Let's clean the chart up a little bit. You know what? On the 5-day, I'm on a 5-day chart here. She's looking kind of bullish right here. Indicators, and it's above the 9-moving average there. 200 moving average. I'm on the weekly now. Shoot, let's just do. Should we do it? Already got targets and everything planned though. I'm seeing rejection off this 200 moving average on the weekly, but then we came back, retested the 100, which, you know, I do. I'm seeing some good signs for up. I'm seeing some really good signs for up on the bigger time frames. 5-day, it really, really likes it. So let's see what we got. Swing low, swing high. Tell me what I need to buy. She bounced off the 50. Right off the bat, weekly is saying it would be sweet if it can come back to 51.74. Let's see what the daily says. Can the daily do that? It can. We do have a little bit of falling volume here with rising price. Honestly, I would track this 9 moving average on the daily if I'm trying to get it cheaper. Honestly, what I would do in a situation like this, if you're trying to get in it, I would pyramid my orders. That's exactly what I do. I get a zone, and then, you know, if it's, I don't know, 25% here, a little bit more here, I want to stack them a little bit heavier as we go down. And I like to get like on the daily, and you look at that 21 moving average, that's a good place to start stacking in this particular situation. May not hit it, may not hit that 21 at all, probably won't. But I have some orders there just in case it does wick down. It's going to be hard for it to maintain this area above that 50 moving average, I think. And on the smaller time frames, here we go. We can get more into it, more in detail right here about where to pick it up. And I agree, yeah. Look, the 100 is going to be crossing over that 200. Usually when it happens, there's usually a pullback to about that 100 moving average area. So I've seen a lot of good signs saying that we might come back down here. 50 moving average is down here. It just crossed bullish, so it means buy the next pullback on the 4 hour. So yeah, honestly, I would be pyramiding in, and that way you can't miss it, and you'll get an average price down here in these areas somewhere, probably about 52 cents, maybe. I don't know. But that's the safest way if you're trying to build a position on spot. Now, if you're doing leverage, you can still use that with low leverage, but losing the 9 and the 21, it's got a good chance to come back here to the 50, and that's 51, 52 cents, that area. So yes, I do believe that she will get just a little bit of a pullback. And let me see what we got here. And we're not above this trend line. We're back in it. So technically, that could be a little bit of a bull trap that would, you know, makes me more inclined to think that the 51 cent area would come into play. Green Giant says, so you think buying Cardano now is okay? I think if you're doing spot and building a position or adding to your position, nibbling as it comes down is fine. That's what I mean. I would feel safe doing that. I can only tell you what I would do. So that's what I see. That's my crypto opinion. Look, it came down here, got a nice bounce. Technically, we got a double bottom. And if you want to look at it from that point of view, you would be drawing a neckline, which I guess kind of comes in here. That one spike up is kind of weird, but you know, it could be testing this area right here for support and just going up to the upside. So that's why the nibble in and build a position on the possibility of coming lower is why I play that. 'Cause it can totally bounce right here. And then if you're not nibbling, you have to buy higher. But at least you know if you get a bounce there, well, it is a good time to come in for the current move, right? Ultimately, you would, unless you want to, you know, do breakout trades, but that would be like this, but you're looking for a retest. And that retest can be any of these top angles all the way down to where we come back and break out. Sometimes, hate it when it happens. Sometimes that retest goes a little bit bearish and price rises the thing down the trend line. I hate that. Nice to see ADA moving up. I mean, we had a higher high here, higher highs and higher lows. You are on an upward bullish trajectory at the moment, so it's very possible to bounce here. Also, very possible come down and retest this 200, which seems like it won't until you know. Yeah, you give it a few hours. It's like, oh crap! Look where we are. This is how it works. Nosana, we've talked about that here. I've got a little bit of this little guy. How you doing? Nosana needs a little loving today. And he's ooh, baby. I'm setting off fireworks. I am setting off my rockets. 3-day chart here on Nosana. Let me clear all this nonsense off because we already hit all my targets, baby. She went to the moon. And it looks like she still wants to go because look, I'm on the 3-day chart here and money flow just now got to the green. Nosana. We talked about this a while back. I said, baby, I'm getting into Nosana. And at first, when I first saw it, I thought, you're a meme coin, aren't you? I'm like, oh gosh, I don't want to do meme coins. But no, it's not. It's not a meme coin. Will they be successful and be the bee's knees? I don't know, man. But this one's got a market cap of Dash. You are worthless sometimes, CoinGecko. I hate to tell you that, but you need to know sometimes. I like the app much better. I need coin market. NOS Nosana. Nosana's got the $268 million market cap at the moment right here. Now the maximum supply is dash. It's almost about as what CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko had over there. You know, what does that mean? We don't know. Could go on forever. But right now it's not. Total supply, it's got a total supply here, 100 million. With 83 million being out there. Now, the maximum supply does come in if you're really holding this, you know, taking this seriously for an investment. Need to know that kind of stuff, and I can't tell you because I don't know. We can find out, but I don't want you to click off and go watch somebody else that's watching a 1 minute chart. I don't know. It's all-time high is $3.50. That was 2 hours ago, so buying the tops definitely. It's on Radium, Orca, you need to get up to $8, Orca. I'm just telling you right now. I'm having a preliminary talk with you. I'm kind of upset with you, Orca. Tighten up your game. We're going to talk to Orca in a minute. So on CoinEx, links in the descriptions, man. Links in the somewhere. CoinExy? Yeah. You do have to need if you're in US or Canada, you do want to try a VPN with that. And if you need a VPN, well, IPVanish is the one that I use. Except that one time when I had to use DVPN, and it actually worked good too. So, I mean, that one's a crypto one, so take your choice. It was really cheap, I'm just saying. Love them both. Nosana is revolutionizing GPU cloud computing. By providing companies with more accessible and affordable compute power for running AI. This makes Nosana the first decentralized computation platform powered by the Solana network. Now, the degree of that decentralization is on the Solana network, there you could debate. You could definitely debate that. But remember, there truly will be some projects out here that actually do real life stuff. And the sad thing is that they will probably be very undervalued. This market is hype based. It really is hype based. And some of these projects will actually do something. Some of them might try and fail. A lot of them do fail. Some of them might know that they're going to fail ahead of time. Called a rug pull. Be careful. But you got to jump in to make that money, right? That's what we use the charts for. Nosana. Cool website. Remember, we grade these on the website. It's got a cool website. Powering the AI revolution. So cool. I like the project. Definitely something that can get a lot of hype when the AI narrative pumps. If you look at it in that point of view. Which is probably one of the best ways to look at it. We are in price discovery now, man. $3.20. Where we headed? Dude. The only way I can get there is with fibs. I can only go from fibs from here, but and a little Elliott theory. Elliott says we way 5'd out. Elliott says that a lot, though, and sometimes he's right and sometimes he's not. I have to come down to the 12-hour time frame here. Now, if I'm looking at this, I'm looking at patterns and I'm looking at channels. And I know that this channel has a good chance of possibly getting a retest. So 221 is not out of the question for me to put a limit order in to get this little guy before she starts shooting up to some higher freaking prices. Melissa likes it. Now, what goes up does have to come down. She's not going to keep going straight up. She can't do it. She's on big time frames and doing that. She's going to get a pullback. That was the wrong one. Targets that she may continue to meet if she keeps going higher. Just in case she's still bullish and keeps wanting to press on. I'm looking at 374 and possibly right here at 409. However, there's some signs she might be topping out here, maybe not. Ichimoku Cloud looks kind of interesting. There's some bearish divergence there, but when you're going parabolic and you got this little curve to the upside, man, yeah, that one takes a little while. Usually 3 good instances for that one to come into play there. Trend line would be appropriate there, and then again, remember, it's a channel that gives us another area to target. Right here, right against these wicks. Support resistance horizontal. Can you see that right here, right underneath these wicks and everything? On the 1 hour here, 9 moving average is right there. 294 would be the first place. Right here, around this, not far from this 21 moving average. Also right over here where we got some support, some resistance area that may need to be confirmed to support. Might be a wick down here. Hate to see that with the channel, but 253 might come into play there. Of course, a bounce off of 294 and headed upward would be, we're looking for a bigger move, probably up to $3.73 or $4 should that happen. If not, maybe we're coming back, and remember, this was the original retest line right here at 204. That's the bigger one to go with. That could happen especially if we start seeing these lines break on this, and it's very probable that they could break. Just throwing that out there. But ain't she hot right now? Did you pay yourself if you in it? I needs to. Note after the stream. Take a look at CLORE AI. Another one we've been watching over here on the stream. Came through a request. Actually, we have some awesome requests for some really cool coins here. And I like that. I like learning what you guys are into, because the more that we share and amongst ourselves and stuff, it's just cool. Somebody was like, oh, I kind of like that one. So what I used to look for when I used to watch shows like this. Oh, I didn't even think about that one. No, I don't want a FOMO. Don't make me FOMO. You know. CLORE AI over here also doing very nice on the 1 hour. We need to zoom out, because what is the 1 hour when you really think about it in the scheme of things? It's not going to help you out 2 days from now. I want something well, I'm not going to be 2 days. Nice. We've been looking at this. Could this possibly be a triple bottom? Maybe. It's got a nice little blip area right here that we're still having trouble with, but this may be the chance that we break through it. We made a higher high there. Yays. Moving averages have flipped over here. See that? I don't even see our 200. Where's our 200? It's not even on here yet. Wow. So we've been in kind of a little bit of a rangey thing, or at least down here. So I've got some short-term targets right here, 22 cents, and then of course up here 30 cents. But let's take our newfound information and see if we got anything. Just remove the drawings here. Now that we see what's going on the bigger picture here on the daily, swing low to swing high. Tell me where we need to buy. Bouncing off that 618, maybe even if you take it down here, it might even line up even a little bit better. We'll take that whole move into consideration. Considering how well that lines up there and here, I'm cool with making that adjustment. I like the way things line up a little bit better here. Sometimes you might want to do that with your fibs. If they don't always, if something looks a little, why are you in the middle of that? Well, maybe there's a little bit more there to that move that you can consider, and I think it helps make you a little bit more accurate. We'll see. Let's test it out right now. It's all the information we have here on MexC CLORE ID. Bouncing off that, we're headed up here to my little cheat line right up here about this 1411. About 40 cents is what I'm getting out of that. How do you get that, Road Dog? Well, let's hope it doesn't make me look like an idiot here, but usually you take that measure move, put it at that 618, and it takes you right up there to that every time. It's 318. I gotta pull you down just a little bit. I'm using my cheat ones here. So right around 40 cents, AB equals CD. Remember, we looked at that on Thomas Bukowski. That's what we're looking at right here, meaning that you need to hang yourself up here because it'll probably pull back. Retest this 27-cent area or lower. May come back to 22 cents. I don't know. But she should get a bigger pullback at these areas after completing that AB equals CD because, well, that's a bearish move in the bigger picture. Just saying. CLORE AI, front running at 39.9. What would that be from where we are right now? Getting up there is 160% gains. That's good. Your $100 turns into $260. Breaking through this red Ichimoku cloud, got a little sliver of green showing over here. Is one of the little things I like to look for to let me know, that looks very promising. Confluence of your chosen indicators and your chosen tools that you've added to your toolbox. You're just using them and you're looking for 2 or 3 of them that say the same thing. And if they say the same thing, it's probably witchcraft, voodoo. It's probably going to go there. I mean, if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it may be a duck. That's all I'm saying. That's really. What kind of sorcery is this? It's no sorcery. Checking out Crust Network. I've got a little love-hate relationship with Crust Network because she made me look stupid one time. And but the chart looks good. Chart looks good. We got a definite double bottom scenario coming here with Bart Simpson's butt crap. Haven't quite made it above there, but our accumulation area will be complete about $2.35. Anybody got in at 122 is probably feeling pretty euphoric at the moment. Well, I've been tracking this guy since back here at 68 cents. Well, but even before that, really. And when you zoom out, we're on the daily chart and you just kind of connect all the dots together. We got this gorgeous looking megaphone pattern, which could really shoot us up to some freaking crazy prices like 350. I know it sounds crazy until that one day. Also, nice move off that 618, which also gives that what we learned just a minute ago. That little target right there, about 278. What, you don't want to use the fib? There's a berm right there as you go. I didn't do it off the breakout. I did it off the fib. That's important to note on that little trick with the AB equals CDs. We might get some severe rejection here though, so keep that in mind. Nice lip coming up. Nice possible another lip. Might do a little cup and handle. Might get a little pullback back to these areas. About 164 is where she needs to kind of chill out and flip to the upside. Maybe 160. Well, looking for that idea. If it does a cup and it really needs to be right here. If she can come up to match this area, then if this happens, well, that should be a good good continuation pattern. That's what a cup and handle is. That's why we're always looking for price to come up to there for the best results and nice rounded shapes. This is on a daily bigger time frame, rounding, not pointed, not dagger-like. Coming up, hopefully to make a lip line close to parallel. We want to close. We start deviating from that. We start getting into some other stuff, man, and it starts going in a different direction. When the pattern identifies correctly like this, it is a very strong pattern to play out for some big, good gains. And that is played at this neckline area and the cup and handle. Should it be one? We're just guessing right now. We have no idea. We got a lot more confirmations before we can call it one. But we can kind of project where it would go to. And that's $3.16. It's a much better, bigger move than what I had at 278. If that little guy does come into play there. So keep that in mind. The way you play a cup and handle, technically, there are several ideas, but it's not confirmed until price comes back here and gets above this neckline area again. So that's technically when it's confirmed. Officially confirmed. I know. For real. I mean, we can get degen and column early and things like that, and see that a lot. But if price comes down past a certain point, it becomes invalidated, and I don't see that talked about often enough. So what you need to do is pull a swing low to the swing high, wherever it is. I'm just saying it's probably coming back up to where it was before. 618 will give you that. That's a good shot. It's right in the same ballpark. Good place to shoot for. If we, stay above that 618, not too far below it. Usually you'll see a support resistance flip area over here. You break those, well, this guy's as good as dead. It's doing something different. Then I cop it 90 to the upside. They're not all to the upside, but this one's got a good chance because it's showing the signs for that. So I'm cool with it. I don't call them very often. I think that could be one. We got to see. Right now it's just a scallop, which is a different thing. I digress. Let's go hang out with the chat, man. What are you guys doing, man? We got Anakin. I am not your father. How's it going, Anakin? Tangem Road Dog. All right, Tangem's awesome wallet. Have we plugged Tangem tonight? I have not plugged them. Tangem wallet, man. DAWG gives you 10% off, and it is a cool wallet. I use it. But you have to have an NFC enabled phone. That's the only drawback. And tap it app on it is cool. It has onboarding and offboarding. Yeah, no, you can actually go into your bank. You can have the stuff sent to your bank account or something. It's an exit plan. Banks are getting tricky, man. There's been a lot of accounts closed down when they had money sent from Coinbase to them. So you need an exit plan, a solid one. You don't want to be there trying to get it off and find out, you closed my account. What am I supposed to do? How am I? You just messed up my whole exit strategy. Don't be in that situation. Find some exit plans. Tangem is one of them. Put that on your radar. That's one good reason to have it, other than it being one of the most secure wallets out there in existence right now. And other exit plans. I need to do a video on exit plans, I think. Everybody enjoying doing tax season? How's tax season going for you guys? You liking it? I don't like it. I got to start working on that. Probably mañana. Crust Network, I need you to do something, baby. I need you to do something. What can Crust do long term? Crust could do some damage long term. I mean, since you brought it up, 757, definitely good target to look for. But could you make it up to $15? Maybe. Possible. Maybe as high as she sees in the whole bull run. I don't know. That is an area to consider for your long-term holds if you're in this, what it could possibly do. Let's take that one as a valid higher high from where we were over here. Back in, when was this? February of 2 years ago. 2 years to get here. Could it take 2 years to get up here? Yeah, it could. It could. Or it may just blow us all out of the water and go to $40. Crust Network is kind of a cool project, but I'm just a little sour. I'm salty on Crust. I have a story to tell. But it's fine. I'm only salty because I got in too high. All right, so I think I've touched everything on. No, I didn't. I didn't go over this one. You guys are going to hate this one. It's a normie coin. For all you normies. Or I don't think you have any normies here. Let's talk about all the normies and how stupid they are. BCH. Man, looks like she's doing something. Let's take a look. I know it sounds crazy, right? That's a dead coin. Remember, the people we have coming into this market now, a lot of them like old solid projects, ones that proved that they've been around for a while. And as crazy as that sounds, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ethereum, and of course, Dinosaur Bitcoin were the four major ones. It's kind of you're going to see a lot of the same reflections that we had earlier in this market when those were the top four. Hell, they may even bring back Darkcoin. It was up there for who knows. Or Dash, as it's called now. But remember, PayPal has them. Robinhood has them. they're the OG coins that are being spread out first. So we're seeing a resurgence of those, and also Grayscale as a BCH trust has had that. I'm just saying, you know, if you rule it out, there may be a point in this market and you say, oh my God, I shouldn't have ruled that out. I'm just saying. She is now leaving accumulation level here. 236 fib from the swing high all the way to that swing low. Tells us that she's getting ready to start making some bigger moves, and 533 would be the next target that I would put on this particular move. I mean, not the very next one. 364 if you want to get all bitching about it. Maybe you need 364, I don't know. The main one I'm looking for is here. Every one of these fibs is a valid target, and I'm telling you, play your fibs, man. Like, will amaze you with their accuracy. And then also you got to consider the overall move when it went up to $1,624 one time only. That was it. It was a one shot. She got really bullish, and when she hit that, it was over. Keep that in mind if you're in this. You want to get out quick if it does get a nice big parabolic move. I think it would be a mistake to hold on to it again. It's like, oh, I think it'll top back up. It'll come back up. It didn't do it last time. It probably won't do it again because it's a dinosaur coin. That narrative's still there, but there's also a narrative that can take it up, and it's starting to show up here on this the bigger time frames here. Look, I'm on the 2-week chart. Does that look bearish to you, or does that look like that one's got a long way to go, man? Because she was way up here and she can go back. I'm just saying. Just throwing some things out there. 1,036, nice target to pay yourself in this one, in my personal opinion, if you're playing this game. And I think we just leave it at there because you guys probably don't give a dang about ECH. I do have a few of these though. I ain't going to get played. It's got some signs, man. I'm just saying. Talking to the chat here. Law says Ada will do crazy, man. Once she gets going, yeah, but man, it takes her so long to get going, and I don't know. That one, when I first heard about this one forever ago, peer-reviewed papers, all that, doing all this right, and you had all these, everything else was just copying Bitcoin or Litecoin or copying something. And here we come with ADA. And it looks so promising, but it stayed a penny forever. It stayed 4 cents forever. It stayed 12 cents forever. It just stays somewhere forever. But when she does move, I would just say it's not a trader coin. I don't think it's a trader coin, but one you like to buy and hold. I got some. It's just frustrating sometimes. The XRP, all these ones with these big, huge token denominations, which is why I don't like the big one token denominations, because they get boring to play. You catch them really early, great, but once they start getting some weight, they just get, you know, it takes a lot to move that market. But yeah, she can do fine, and I'm in her right there with you. But it's just, gosh, don't have to try your patience. I just look at Ada. I can't look at you anymore, Cardano. XRP the same way, man. XRP the same way. I don't know. Everybody's afraid to talk good or bad about XRP. I don't know. Oh, on one side, you got this big old possible butt crack. I don't see really a solid waistline. It would sound weird calling it a neckline if you got a butt crack, wouldn't it? Waistline sounds a little bit. But nice rounded shape, and we came up, and that was, when was this? It got up to $2 in April. I don't even have the whole chart here. I need the whole history here. Let's just go, who's got you? Yeah, let's go with, don't have the volume, but we get the whole chart. So here's my thing with like XRP and NADA. We talked about some of these coins, man, some of these older coins too. When they don't meet their higher, you know, they don't make a higher high. So it makes, that's when I want to start. Maybe I just start targeting pay a little bit more attention to these 618s here, about $1.33. But also, alternatively, on this particular one, what if this is just like one big, huge triangle pattern, man, that's going to come right back up to where it started at $3.31 to meet its previous high? But we do know the last high that we had under $2, that's also going to be it. She's going to have to go test it and try to get above it and see if how far she can make it up there. But on the way, 138 is probably a good place to take some profit, and it doesn't sound like much. That's not a 10x. That's not, I mean, like I said, man, these coins with lots and lots of coins, that takes a lot to move them. It takes a lot to make them reach numbers that could really make life-changing money. Unless you've just been holding into XRP and everything since, back at 6 cents. $0.23. I don't know. It's you have to ask yourself at some point, are there faster horses? I'm not trying to say anything bad. I'm just speaking real, man. It's just, if you've been in this one for the past 5 years, you probably felt kind of bad seeing, like Taylor do a 10x. Caspa doing, gosh, how many multiples it's done. Speaking of Caspa. And then these newer coins, newer narratives, newer technologies. Caspa being one that I do like it. A lot of people do like this one. Still hadn't made it up to 15 cents yet. What's wrong with you, Caspa? Come on, baby. Let's do something. You're the one who broke out. There's your destination. Let's go there. And then I want to see you hit up to 17 and possibly 22 cents, Caspa. I want to see you do some things. Do some things. Oh man, I thought I could pull up my miner real quick and see how it's doing, but I can't. I will tell you this, my helium miner, or my, I got a Caspa miner set up and it's doing good. I like that one. My helium miner, man, I've still not got that sucker online. It printed out the NFT and all that stuff, but it's might as well just be a freaking paperweight for me. It's just not. So that's just like, oh, that was money just wasted. Because they have no customer service, but I got it. His name is Bouncy Sage Skunk. And she is offline and has been for 6 days. Killing it with this HNT or with this helium mining, right? Not working for me. Not working for me. Other people have better luck. I can't figure out what's going wrong there. Everything's. And I don't want to deal with the headache. I didn't sign on for the headache. I signed on for plug and play. Yeah. It's not for me. It is for other people. Not for me. Not for the road dog. Last ditch efforts check some setting on the router, but my ASIC's doing just fine. No problems whatsoever there. It actually found a block. My miner actually found a Caspa block, so she may be going solo here shortly. Caspa, I like what I'm seeing. We just don't need the double top here on the bigger picture. Like when you zoom out, and it can do that. That would suck, because this could be a 3, 4, this could be a 5, 5 being a double top by LA wave theory. I don't know. I don't like that idea. I'd say you should just keep rocking and rolling. Doesn't always want to do that. So the signs we'd be looking at some divergence, bearish divergence, and I'm not seeing it here on the daily. I'm just not really seeing it. So 22, let's go, Caspa. Show me you can do that. Check in with the chat. Road Dog's my hero. Hey, Anakin. Appreciate that. Hopefully, what I do here can rub off on people. I don't know. You got all these courses and everything and trying to teach TA and stuff. And when I was in a trading group trying to learn this, out of everything that was available that they offered, The thing that helped me the most was the weekly screen share, was basically just kind of going over this and just hearing someone's thoughts on the market and spelling out what divergence is, what to look for, this and that, and just all the little things that they see on the way. And that's how this thing started making sense to me, especially when it comes to like this crap, Total 3 and Bitcoin dominance and all that, you need somebody to kind of walk you through that for a little while until you get the hang of it. So that's why I try to do on my show, just make it where it's educational, and that's why it takes me a little bit longer on the charts than me just running through and saying, well, looks like it go here, looks like it go there. Look, I'm measuring to the upside. There we go. 20. I just kind of like to explain some of the thoughts and things behind it, and I try to make sure that I back it up with realistic stuff, which mostly comes from Thomas Bukowski. Man, he's the GOAT. You can learn everything over here, man. I'm telling you. Well, everything you need. Definitely patterns. Even got ones that candlesticks. If you want to do the old Japanese candlesticks, we use that some, but not the main thing. Even goes over Elliott Wave, which I really need to run all the way through that, because it is kind of cool when you start diving into it, but still subjective in my opinion. Patterns, man loves them. I can't tell you how many times that measure moves and things get nailed when you take your time to do them right. Sometimes you might find out, it didn't hit because, I screwed up. I didn't see, a lot of times that's why. If it doesn't move, if things don't work out, then I'm always looking, why not? And then a lot of times, I screwed up on that. It's my fault. I didn't see this, and you just keep learning and adding tools to your toolbox and making more crypto as you go, and not having to go to that 9 to 5, or in my case, like a 12 to 10 or whatever. No wonder I can't sleep at night. I'm so used to working night shifts. We looked at one last night by accident called CTXC. It's called Cortex. We were looking for something else, cyber something, but accidentally charted this by mistake, but I kind of liked it. And so I want to see how's she doing? But she looked like she could do some stuff. It's getting a little bit of a pullback here right now. Lost the 9 moving average, so probably coming back to these areas about 48 cents. So that's kind of a downer. The downer. So you can view this as a ascending triangle, cutting through all the wicks. Don't want to cut through candle bodies. I try to make it a rule not to cut through candle bodies unless I'm just identifying like a bull trap or a bear trap, something like that. All right, you could also play the wicks and see it more of a triangle. Either way, you know what I'm going to do, or maybe you don't. I'm really going to zoom in on this trend line, because price always travels in a channel. I want to look for that channel. Oh, look! Now, how much easier is that to read? You're just going to bounce off those walls until one day you don't. And either way, breaking out of that to the upside would be extremely hella bullish. Got a support resistance area right here, where that ascending triangle was. Ascending triangle has a good chance to come back and retest that area at 45 cents. So I'm looking at that. Bouncing off this trend line over here gives us a good chance to also come and bounce off the bottom one, which is also right there at that support resistance area. So 45 might be coming out of Cortex, almost called it Conflux, but I do have a bigger measured move for what it's done recently here, up at 80 cents. So I'm kind of locking that. Somehow I thought we were looking at a support resistance flip area last night, I believe. It was making me feel really I think this is it here. Because she did a double bottom scenario right there. And even that has a measured move of its own. Going up to about 65 cents, almost close to where we are now, actually. And I am on the daily chart here. Come back to the 4 hour, see what it looks like after we drew everything on the daily to get our roadmap set. just to see where our boundaries are and everything. Now we can come over here and tighten things up a little bit or adjust as we need and see what it says. And it kind of has some confluence. Yeah. Looks like that might play out. Anakin says, Road Dogg, is it better to sell in 2024 or 2025? That's a tricky question there. I don't plan on selling fully out neither. This is going to be a very interesting, let's go over here. I need to get to where I can talk about Bitcoin and draw on a big, huge, humongous time frame. And I don't like this one because we didn't have you back. Man, let's see. Bitcoin, that one. Well, I haven't played with this one in a long time. Let's clear this one out. I'm drawing this one. So I've talked about this before, right? 4-year cycle set in stone with the halving, and the halving is coming 65 days. We got 2 months, man. 8 weeks till the halving. And now you're going to hear lots of talk about super cycles and things like that and getting away. I don't think you can ever get away from that 4-year cycle. You just can't. In my personal opinion, you can't. Oh, look at this. Golden cross right here. Oh, I'm sure we covered it weeks ago, but it's just cool to see that. That meant by the next pullback, that's how I explain it. We had that pullback down here to 38.5. That was jump in. And now we regained. So moving averages is really cool. But anyway, so what I'm seeing, we have a halving. It's coming up April 420 more than likely. That's what I'm hoping for. Do it on 420. I can't draw that, so I'm going to draw a vertical line here on 422. I'm going to weaken the time frame. It happened way back here, somewhere in April, May, so I don't know, something like this. I can't remember exactly. Vertical. We'll just throw it in there. So we could be seeing our bull cycles here actually elongate, and our bear markets might be getting shorter. That's one thing that I could see actually playing out is more and more people are coming to this market, more money's coming in, especially Bitcoin becoming, a lot of people got a lot more valid reasons to jump in now. They're really seeing the value in it. And not just everyday people, we're talking about the rich billionaires too. I mean, the elite's jumping into it. BlackRock's in on it. So, hey, we just got to keep them from messing it up. But there's also a narrative that's starting to form that, this may extend into early 2026, which is kind of back over this area, right? And it might, if that theory, if it's coming true, and that could be a shorter bear market. That would be our other alternative, right? After that. So that may happen, or maybe we will top out by end of 2025. Normally we're looking somewhere around end of 2025, but there will be times to take profit this year and next year. Really, the whole game plan, the whole strategy that I've been doing for the whole channel is the whale strategy, and that's where you accumulate like crazy at the lows, getting in on all your altcoins. And that's what we're trying to get on Bitcoin here. And all through this. Remember, this was an all-time high, right at $20,000, 2017. It was crazy, man. It was so crazy that we got there so soon in 2020. It's like, this is too soon to hit that all-time high. This is too soon. Is it over? I mean, it actually, you had to ask yourself, oh my gosh, are we over? We're going to pull back now? That was going through our heads back then when we reached those areas. Right? But it didn't. It got crazy bullish. And then a lot of times we never made it past those previous lows. We did this time. We got down to 15,000 with things, help from FTX there. Otherwise, we would have been doing what we normally should have done. And that was the theory there, coming down and not going below that. Now, technically, I think that invalidates a move that does invalidate a move for LA early wave, and I don't mean to get too crazy here, but where this could have been a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then that, well, now because these two have touched, this is a one big ass wave, meaning this next one could be freaking huge. Why am I saying all this? I need to draw that out too and show you guys what I'm talking about. But accumulating through here, it lets you peel things off. So what I'm saying is that peeling things off slowly over those next 2 years, if you're investing, sounds like you're investing, you should have your bags packed and everything. You can take profits, but I would look at those key levels, like those 618s that I keep bringing up when I pull up my fibs on whatever, asset that you're in for the overall move. Like where we're on Bitcoin, it's a great time to take profits. Technically buy this. It may not feel like it, but it is. But just being able to pay yourself a little bit, if we get a move back on whatever coin, you can come back in and you'll be peeling them off at major levels all the way up. Just peel some off, peel some off. You got 2 years. You need to have enough to peel some off for those 2 years and take those proceeds. And when we get some big major pullbacks, I mean, when the market gets scared, when those 30% pullbacks in Bitcoin come, and they will come, and the whole market feels, oh my God, the bull market's over. What happened? It's going to zero. The bears come out and they start talking all crazy stuff. The most notable one that I can remember would be back over here when, I think this was F2 pull coming in. You're like, we're at 42,000. Why are you selling? Why are you dumping the market? China. We got mad at China and Elon Musk and everybody. That's 30% pullback. That hurt. That hurt. But you know what? It didn't hurt near as bad as this little sneaky cheek move. 50% pullback during the bull market because we went with a double top. We were not expecting that. We were not expecting that. Hell, even the bears weren't expecting that. This was a godsend to come back up here. Everybody thought it was over. All the bears were going back to 10,000. They saw no more upside. So it's crazy. But it seems like it rose up here and hit these high levels very, very soon. It was way early, man. April 21. We just started. This thing just went going for just several weeks. And the smart thing would have been in your altcoins or Bitcoin or whatever to definitely have paid yourself, and buying back here, having the dry powder to back in here was so valuable. Because most of us, I know I was sitting here, I'm like, crap, I don't have enough dry powder. I can't take advantage of Cosmos being $8 here. I remember that distinctly. I also remember Osmosis, that little gift came in at this time. Whew. That was a lifesaver right there. So it's important just to have a strategy to make sure that you pay yourself on the way up, is what I'm saying. And then, hanging on to that money, not just immediately putting it into rolling it over into things, because that's a bad habit to get into that I find myself getting into. But at this point in the market, you can get by with it. At one point, you're like, you want to start staying in that stable coin, as crazy as that sounds. Or maybe even Bitcoin if that's your strategy. But when things pull back, you want to be able to take advantage of those prices again, because we may get another double top here. We're moving very, very fast to be this early in on the market, in my opinion. And if we make our all-time high here over, say, the next 3 or 4 months, and it could happen because what I'm seeing on this chart, and I'm not deviating from it because it's playing out perfectly. This was what we were following. Bear trap, broke back over that. It's parabolic time, baby. Same thing we did. I showed this. I think I'm the only one showing this though. Same thing happened over here, smaller scale. And then parabolic. Wasn't exactly, but the same pattern, same events were happening. Bear trap, back above, broke out of a bearish pattern and went parabolic. What we're doing now. So, I don't know, hopefully that helps you out. If you sell out too soon, you will be kicking yourself. And that's why I've got my little rule on the projects that I'm really in. I'm going to make it, I have to make it a point never to sell my whole bag. I would do that before. I did that with DOT last time, getting out somewhere around $6 or $8. It went to 50 or something, 48. A lot of things. I did that with TRB this time by accident, mostly. I was intending to hold it, but somehow I had another order set I didn't catch. But I'm trying not to, on the big ones that are doing good, I'm trying not to sell out of them. That's why I do the moonbag strategy. Take out my capital, let the rest of it ride, and just let it peel off a little bit as it goes up. And try to keep building moonbags, because these prices can definitely double a lot, and you can moonbag things easy at this point in the market. And I lost my chat again. All right. All right, guys, well, that's everything that I had to go over. Sunday night going into Monday morning. And this is when we got to be cautious, because we will get more of a feel for what's going on. Monday's usually a false move, crazy move. Do I need to, which one am I on here? I need to get to a chart that's not as busy looking. If I zoom out, it's not as busy looking. But we're breaking above this trend line, above this line here, man. We cleared 48,000. If we keep holding that, man, my next target is 48,666, 48,666, 50,000, and then we're probably looking at 52 to 54. I don't see us getting too much higher than 52 at the moment if we continue bullishly. But how they do tomorrow, though, I don't know. We'll start seeing the signs around 6 in the morning, get an idea. It's starting to look like they're going to drop the market. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do drop us back. Wick is back to about 47.5, but they need to hold 48. That's kind of a psychological number that they need to stay above. It's kind of what I'm seeing for tomorrow. Still, remember that trend line that we had and everything. There's always that point, always that chance. It's like 62% chance or something to come back and retest the trend line we broke out of. 45.5 could be in play, but that's kind of extreme. We got to see what's going on. Need to hold 48,000. And if it does, that will help our altcoins, and we'll start making that life-changing money and seeing those numbers go up again like we did a few months ago when you looked at your portfolio and said, oh my God, this is really working. And if you didn't take profit then, you wrote it down and it's like, sucks. This sucks. And now it's starting to look better again. So it's important to pay yourself, and that's a lesson that we all have to learn and train ourselves. You got to practice it. All right, guys, that's all I've got, and I'll be back again tomorrow. See what they're doing tomorrow night. Maybe even show up in the afternoon. I don't know. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight and hanging out. And if you can, hit that like button on your way out.
For those of you that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Do Elvis a favor there. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. I got no special videos for you, but I'll take you to the end screen, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice, ice, ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Fade eye of the calm, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you was really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for my notice? Promise you're the same, running for the meds. Sure you like my vibe, that's my candy on my wrist. Bad habits, little rabbit. Now sit down, you can have it. I see it when you walk my way. Nice big head, come and play with me. Freaky dog, freaky dog. Got a whole lot of love for my dog. I see it when you walk my way. Nice big head, come and play with me. Freaky dog. Now show how freaky you are.
So I'm just gonna be away for 1 hour. Please don't break anything. And I might have a surprise for you.
Give me a miracle. I need a syllable. Talking about big cash, that's the minimum. I'm done.
this channel is groovy and you'd like to show your support, well, there are a few things that you can do. Find that like button, give it just a playful little smack, and subscribe and join the channel. And
Let's hit the like button now.